Hello, my fellow weebs. Today I'll be going through all the animes I watched this week. I decided to do a tier list instead of just me talking about them. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like this video, hit that like and subscribe button. I'm gonna make it clear before I even, go on with the tier list. My opinion does not matter. I'm just a soul who likes anime. If you don't like my opinion, hit that comment down below and let's keep it like cordial down there if you guys don't like my opinion. But anyway, let's get on to the tier list. All right, the first anime that I watched, well, not the first, technically the first, but I'm going with this anime first. The first anime I watched that I'm gonna be talking about is Jellyfish Princess. I'm gonna put this in high A, just because of the fact that it's a really interesting story. Like, the story isn't the craziest story. It's a bunch of girls who are like shunnins who don't like interacting with the outside world, and basically they're trying to keep this apartment from going down. Because I think one of the characters, I keep saying think, one of the characters' mom or aunt owns the building, and obviously they're trying to find a way to keep the building, but it's hard because obviously they're shut in, so they don't go out that much. Until they meet this character. If I don't say any anime names, is mainly because of the fact that I am horrible with names, even with IRL. So it's like, don't hurt me in the comments for not knowing like certain characters' name. But one of the characters, he cross dresses, and he's out there, and he's trying to help the girls, look presentable to help them like keep the building, and he kind of has to keep his like cross dresses a secret, but he doesn't really care, which I find that really cool. Because his family is part of like a political, like his family is political, and obviously they wouldn't want stuff coming out. You know how the world is. But it's a really interesting show, which I wish that we got a second season of. I was hoping for a second season, but I saw they don't have a second season. So yeah, this I will highly suggest y'all give this a watch if you're into like sojo. It was a really good watch, and I really enjoyed it. Just wish that they got a third season. No, not their second season. The other anime is called Reincarnated as a Sword, and I'm gonna put this in B, mainly because it's isekai. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna put this here mainly because it's nothing like a story where it's like I'm gonna rewatch. Actually, this is actually one of those animes I would rewatch, just mainly because it's a really interesting one, even though it's an isekai. I have like my opinions on isekai. I think certain isekais aren't like isekai in general is not like something I want to watch sometimes, but it's like cool to watch some interesting ones, like the one that's coming up next. Um, it's really wholesome because it's about a sword that gets really overpowered, who's helping out this girl who's like was a slave, but now she can improve her life now that she has like this legendary weapon essentially. And I think this anime is just wholesome to watch, and it's a really good watch. One of the isekais I could recommend. Even though it does follow the trope of like, oh, even not the OP character, but it's an OP weapon, and the person gets the OP weapon and stuff. Um, but yeah, it's a really interesting anime, and I hope you guys give it a shot. The next anime, I hope I need to pronounce this anime correctly. Ashes and Illusions. I'm gonna put this in S tier. I'm gonna put this in S tier. Um, Even though I gave it like a, usually I don't do ratings about anime on here, but I gave it on my anime list. I gave it a 7. But this anime is really good because of the fact that it kind of makes it a more realistic isekai, in my opinion. The isekai is basically people who's teleported into this world, and they basically had to do stuff from the ground up. And I'm not gonna spoil a lot from the anime, but it just gives you more a realistic outlook of how people should react or should do in like a isekai setting. At a point that like you have to earn your money, earn your skills and all that other stuff. And I liked it because of the fact that it does that, and it's not like overpowered character. But I highly suggest y'all give this isekai a watch. Is it kind of? I think certain parts are kind of slow, but it makes up for it for like the character development and all that other stuff, because they had to deal with loss, they had to deal with like the leadership. I don't want to spoil that much, but if you guys want to watch this anime, give it a watch. Um, Eminence in Darkness. I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna put this in A, and I know a lot of people are gonna go after me for this one. Um, it's just a fun anime to watch. I think it's just one person in my Twitch chat was like, "Don't compare it to this," but I feel like it's like Solo Leveling, but it's probably better than Solo Leveling in my general opinion. Even though it's an isekai, but the character is actually interesting because he's just stupidly overpowered, and it's just really cool. A lot of the stuff, there's like there's a lot of coincidences in anime. He just makes up something and just actually becomes something in the series. Strong character, good watch. Yeah, that's really it. I wanted to watch this because it was highly rated on my anime list, so I'm glad I got a chance to watch it. There's a bunch of seasons and it's getting a movie, so it's clearly popular. The next anime, Platoon. I'm gonna put this in like, I'll put this in C. The reason why, it's just your like death game anime. They get transported to this island to represent like this game they play online, and all I gotta say in like the whole anime is basically if Light had a good relationship, because the character, it feels like Light Yagami without like the toxic or like the I guess like the more villainous ways. Even though technically speaking, Light was doing a good YouTube. I'm not agreeing with everything Light did, but he, in his way, he was doing the right thing. This character doesn't have that. The characters in here, they're all right, but yeah, that's really it. Tenkaichi. I'm gonna put this in B. I get why people said this anime, or like discredit this anime. It's like Dead Man Wonderland, but like in like a more modern tone of it. That's what I was thinking while I was watching it. It felt, I don't know. I think the anime is good, but it's not like crazy good. Like I'm gonna go back and watch it. I'm definitely gonna watch season 2 if it comes out. But is it like an anime that's like, oh, I'm gonna watch this again and again? No. And I get why people say it's Gooner bait, which, yeah, I get it, but I don't think that's a right criticism for it. I could say like the characters are like, I think in some sense it is Gooner bait, but it's not like Gooner bait, I think this anime is really good, but I feel like if this anime came out like later, like I think when anime was like peaking like in 2020, I think this anime would have been like got way more hype. I think people were saying like it's like the JJK of, it's gonna be the next JJK. I don't know who said that. I don't know who the hell said that. But anyway, I put it in B because it was all right. It's actually the only anime I kept up weekly, but it was all right. The next anime, I'm trying not to get these names wrong. What the heck is? Oh, it's called Temple. Temple. I'm gonna put this like in D. It wasn't really anything notable about it. The guy is going to a temple to like not have to like relieve his like sexual his like his how do you say it? I'm trying to think of the word. Horniness, essentially. Let's put it like that. Like he's trying to not be too so like horny, eliminate that. And he's like, he goes to the shrine, but it's full of freaking girls, and there's a lot of fan service in this. Yeah, it wasn't anything really. It was just eh. The next anime, I'm trying not to butcher these names because I know people will go after me for how I pronounce names. I'm trying to think. Okay. Dore-kun, Ku, actually Dore-ku, the animation. It was all right. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It was all right. Let me give you the basic plot of it. It's basically like, how do I put this? I don't know how to put it. It's just basically a game where people put like a something in their mouth, like a device, and they are able to challenge people to these games, and they become their slave. Um, this anime wasn't crazy. It was just like I watched it. I'm like, okay, I watched it. It was all right, but it wasn't like I have to watch this again. The story is just it was all over the place at the towards the end because of the fact like there was some kid who wanted to like pay off his mother's debt essentially because I think her she was let me remember she was like a prostitute and he wanted to help her get out of that, so he decided to challenge these people to games in order to bring up the amount, I guess. Yeah, it wasn't crazy. It's the characters are It was just one dude who's just like the main like person, but he was not even here for half the you guys have to watch it. It just doesn't make any sense. The next anime, trying to make sure. Like I said, trying not to butcher these. Actually, no, I know this. Trying to figure out how to say this before I Chained Soldiers. It's an interesting plot, but it's a fan servicey anime. Very gooner. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about the anime. It's just a very gooner anime. I'm not even gonna try this. I tried it too many times. I'm gonna put this in C. It's basically an anime where the girl is like so loved about no the girl is so loved by everyone in the school, but this one guy is not like or not. How do I say this? I keep saying that throughout this video. He's not like under her spell essentially. I guess that's the better way to put it. He's not under his spell, but he technically is. But because of his religion, he doesn't. He's trying not to like overcome his horny his horniness. Not horniness or like to tell her she's cute. I put it in C. It was a good watch. It's nothing crazy. Dead Mount. I'm gonna put this in B. Another like isekai-ish anime. I like the main character. It's really interesting, but after like the first few episodes, I kind of lost the plot halfway through. But there's a second season. I only watched the first season, but there is a second season of this, so it might clear up all the stuff that happened in season 1. But definitely, I want to watch season 2 of this. But for right now, it's gonna be in B tier. The next anime I watched was The Vampire. I don't know how to say that other than that. I'm gonna put this in A. Essentially, the story's about they're sending people to the moon and they need people to test it on. They tested on a dog, and the dog didn't come back. And they decided, well, why don't we just test it on a vampire? And no, it's like a romance anime-ish. It's basically the vampire gets mistreated because of the fact you're not supposed to they don't want to get too close to the person because they got really close to the dog and they end up being upset about it and like being sad about it, and it ended up being a really good ending. I think the ending could have been a little bit better, but I actually did like the ending. It's really good. But anyway, if you guys like this video, hit that like and subscribe button. If you guys want me to go through all my other animes I watched this week, hit that like and subscribe button. I'm planning on doing this a lot during the coming weeks. And yeah, I'll see you guys later and have a great day. Peace.